Hello everyone, this is Zonabra, and today we're going to talk about the patch number 6.2. Let's go. This patch will affect champions, items, the system, like the ranking system and etc. The masteries, good changes on the masteries as I saw it earlier, and a little bit of bug fix or like very small change it in trinkets, for example, or on the new flash, or yeah, you'll see. So let's start off by the first one. So what is good is that Riot decided to make everything in order. You don't have the bug fix as the same display you used to have it on the last patch notes, so it will be a lot clearer to read it. I will post the link of the patch in the description down below if you want to read it from yourself, but this is really a video about if we can, like, it's a video where we read it together and we can talk about it together, so do not hesitate to post any comment on the patch. So the big news of this patch is I want to say two new champions, but let's say 1.5. Jhin is coming, finally. Jhin, the new ADC of the Summer's Rift of League of Legends, the Mind of the Virtuoso will finally come, but not yet. Riot says we need a week, just a week after the launch, so if you're watching this video, it should be 6 or 5 days from now. You have the Q&A who's coming soon, and the Spotlight as well, so you could see it from Riot. Everything is coming along. Very fun ADC that I had the chance to play on the PBE, but yeah, we'll talk about it in depth when it goes out so we can try it together and everything. The new thing is Shen, who has been updated. You can check out his update and his Spotlight. Very interesting. I saw it in jungle. I was playing jungle yesterday on stream. I was playing mid, and there was a Shen jungle in front of me, and he absolutely carried the whole game. So I'm not gonna judge him on one game, of course. That's kind of stupid to do, but it's really looking good for him. Looking good. Some fresh air on our ninja. And he has 6 splash arts, so if you're looking for a new wallpaper, check out the Shen splash arts because they're pretty cool. Alright, first change, Dr. Mundo. So Dr. Mundo right now, 6.1, it was a very good tank. Always banned or first picked. Very good in the jungle, very good in the top lane. Absolutely a very good answer to Jax, for example. And apparently they lowered Mundo's early power by nerfing the Masochism, putting down the early damage on the bonus attack speed, attack damage that he has, and bonus attack damage still scales by 1% per 1%. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, so the ease damage is now lower until the last rank. It's still 100 in the last rank, and Mundo's R starts at a higher cooldown before scaling down. That's what it says. So basically, you won't have it every 75 minutes. You will have to wait a little bit, which is really good. Mundo's early was just too much. So very interesting nerf. I will say balance. I want to say balance more than a nerf because Mundo is still valuable. Don't worry about it. If you're a Mundo player, do not worry about it. You can still play him. Moving on to Elise now, our little AP jungle. I feel like Riot is missing a lot of AP jungle because we have Elise, we have Fiddlesticks, but we don't have a lot of valuable AP jungle, and Elise is gonna be up or nerf. Let's see guys. So general, base human form movement speed being lowered from 5, not very significant, and the same thing for the spider. Alright, not very significant, but still like if you have to gap close to put a cocoon, it can make the difference. It can make the difference. So the W, the volatile spiderling, is gonna be lowered on every rank. The base damage is gonna be lowered on every rank, so that's kind of a nerf, yeah, but I don't think Elise will lose her pureness of like carrying, as long as they don't nerf like the cooldown of the cocoon or the attack speed from her W or the percentage damage from her Q. We are fine. Good balance. I think Riot is just trying to like they're just trying things out. I think with Elise, maybe for an upcoming up on another spell, we'll see. What they say is that with Runic Ecos, okay, so with Runic Ecos, so the new items that they just invented, the Luden's Eco of the jungle, as we call it. At least that's just the tool she needs to clean or whatever, and there's no rain to wash her, okay. So basically, she just, because of the new items, they want her to do less damage in the jungle, which is understandable. Alright, moving on to Fiora now. Fiora, I'm not I'm not a really I've never been a Fiora player, but you can say I've never been a top player. So Vitals will now spawn with a little more predictability. So the passive, remember, with the weak point that you have to hit with the Q spell to put additional damage, will be more responsive, I guess, and more predictable. So instead of being random, alternates between top right and bottom left. Okay. Okay. So now it's gonna be different for you Fiora players. So do not you have more expectation to have, okay, on this spell. Gangplank now. That like Gangplank. Okay, so let's see what they're gonna do, and then we can talk about it. R's cooldown is up across the board. Okay. So they basically gonna higher it from 10 seconds and each rank. No, 20 seconds on each rank. I don't understand that. Honestly, I don't really understand that. I feel like Gangplank has the real need of a Gangplank is to up a little bit his early game, I feel, and lower his scaling. The late game of Gangplank is way too much, like too strong, basically. Like the crits, the over 1,000 damage crits are too much, and I think they shouldn't be nerfing the R that much. I think the R was actually an interesting spell, but whatever. It's fine. I feel like they're just trying things out as well. But yeah. Karma, long time no see Karma on a patch note. The W costs less mana at all ranks, so I guess it's interesting like move by Riot, as long as they don't switch the Q spell. Like if you nerf Karma's Q spell, you just kill the champion. Like she can't do anything. The W used to cost a lot of mana, so it can give you the edge in early game if you play Karma top, mid, or support. But still, I don't think Karma is a valuable champion, so I don't think you should play it if you want to claim the Elo system. This is not a really good up. It will just change a little bit your gameplay, I guess. It will save you a 20 mana every time you use it. But honestly, the W, you don't use it that much to actually feel like you're spending a lot of mana. Because Karma is basically E and Q. So the Q and the E, because like you just Q spell all over again and again, and I don't think this is a huge problem solver, but yeah. Alright, let's see what we have for Kha'Zix, who has been up for the 6.1 with the leap getting increased, and we have seen a little bit more of Kha'Zix throughout time, so that was interesting. So what do we got here? Buffering bugs. Okay, just bugs. Blah blah blah. I can now buffer mid jump. Oh, okay, so now you can. Oh, okay. So now you can mid jump. That's interesting. That's really interesting. So you can W and R while you're in the air, just before landing, basically. If Kha'Zix attempt to cast both Void Spikes and Void Assault, so the R and the W, mid-air, he will buffer only the last one he attempted to cast, not both. That would be too much. Okay, so what they're saying is that when you jump and you W or R, you will launch your spells, whether it be invisible or launch your spikes, just like Tristana, who can R while being jumped, while jumping. So yeah, that's really interesting. So just they explain you to not do both, because if you E W R, the R will count, not the W, like the second one you cast. All right, now it's Kindred. Then Kindred, very famous in the jungle. Q mana cost is up, and so the Q mana is up. Q is the spell you spam the most to clear your jungle, for example, and the E base damage is down. This is a very well targeted nerf by Riot game. I feel like this is really what Kindred was about: spamming Q spells, dashing all around her area from the W, and the E was just too much base damage. Huge bully in the jungle in early game. So I think this will keep Kindred valuable, but not like kill her. She's still she's still valuable. She's still valuable. You guys can still play her if you enjoy doing so. Nunu, wow, long time no see in the patch note as well, just like Karma. E is now more spammable in late game team fights with a lower cooldown and lower mana cost at a trade-off of less damage. Okay, so the cooldown is being lowered, so you can do you have a 4-second. Wow, that sounds a lot. If you have 40% CDR, you can launch your ice blast every 2.5 seconds to 2.75 seconds, something like this. The cost is going down as well. Wow, The cost is going down as well in late game. Slow duration 2 seconds instead of 3, but that's still okay. The slow strength is still the same, but just way stronger in early. The base damage is going down, and the AP ratio is going down a little bit. Wow, okay, Nunu is beginning to be interesting, actually, because we knew the way we saw Nunu before was because basically he was very strong in early, because he could basically eat the jungle, counter jungle, and be annoying bit in late game. Like your role was to buff the ADC and stay next to him basically, and try to ice blast the other ADC to slow just to slow him or her. So that was good. Maybe you can have more impact with Nunu in the late game. So that could be interesting for you guys Nunu players, if you like playing it. Or Nunu support, actually. Nunu support is still valuable, I think, especially with this. Puppey, what a success, guys. Like, when you think about it, Puppey has been a success since the rework. Very fun champion, very fun ult, and very fun to jungle. I don't know if you tried it on jungle, because like it's more famous in the top lane. Actually, I don't know. I wonder what's the ratio of people who play in the top, or people who want to play in jungle, or even support, like we saw in the LCS playing support. Let me know in the comment down below, actually, where do you prefer playing Puppey? Don't say mid, guys. No, ADC. No. Just tell me about, from support, top, or jungle, what do you prefer to play Puppey? I will say jungle, personally. I will say jungle. Some bug fix for Puppey to keep on trucking. Okay. Some bug fix, blah, 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 as well as the quality of life tweak for the Q. Okay, so we improved the EQ without auto aim towards your target if your mouse cursor has none move. Okay, so just a smarter thing after bugs. We had apparently there was a problem with the Puppey, so this is getting fixed. Rengar, I just wanted to talk about Puppey because I honestly thought it was a really good success, so props to Riot on that. Rengar, guys, Rengar, the terror of the ADCs, the one-shotter, the 1 second killer, the whatever you want, but it's just terrifying. So let's see what they're gonna do to him. Q spell, Empire Surgery, damage scaling down 20%, holy moly, and attack damage buff 20%. So a little bit balanced on his Q spell, but nothing to worry about. I think he will still be very strong on his Q spell. Let's check his Bolo Strike though. The Bolo Strike now has a cast time of 0.25 seconds when Rengar cast it while mid-air. Oh my god, this is so smart, guys. This is so smart. So basically mid-air, when the Rengar Bolo Strike, it was basically impossible. Did I say it was impossible? It's impossible to strafe it. Impossible to avoid it, impossible to flash out of it. It was just instant. There was no casting time. So now when you're in the air, Rengar, you're gonna have to cast your Bolo. And it allows you mid laner, you ADC, to actually go like on the left, on the right, to not take it, or just flash out. So it gives you time to flash out. Very nice. 0.25 seconds though, so it doesn't really nerf Rengar. It's not like 1 second, like you see the Bola moving slowly to you. It's just like, it gives you a little time to react as you being ganked by Rengar. So now Rengar now probably throws his Bola. He's trying to do it mid there, but the target cursor was at her. Okay. And the R, thrill of the hunt, exclamation mark, range 200. So you know earlier when Rengar is gonna come in your face. Okay. Alright. That's interesting. So just 200. I'm not too sure what that represents in the map. 200 is what, like a flash difference? I'm not too sure about that. Tahm Kench, absolutely a monster in the top lane as well as in the jungle. Must ban. I think it's a must ban, and let's see what they change for it. So the passive duration is going down from 2 seconds, let's go from 7 to 5. To fix a bug on the Q spell, the tongue hitbox indicator now lasts a lot longer until the tongue finishes lashing out. Okay, so just a bug fix, whatever, no big deal. The devour now works. Okay, refund its cooldown. Mecha. Okay. So now you don't get your mana back when you get hit. Wait, where devour would refund its cooldown and mana cost if cast on a target that will. Okay. So that's a bug fix as well. And the R, the Absol Voyage, you get 8%. So they just nerf all rank from 2% bonus health. Okay, that's interesting. Just a small nerf. I thought they were gonna nerf the damage from the Q spell or the cooldown, like the cooldown from the Q spell. They decided not to touch it, leaving Tahm Kench, one of the strongest top laner, tanky top laner, or tanky support. Why not? Why not? It's their decision. It's their game, not mine. Moving on. So that was it for the champion, guys. So we have few nerf, few ups, and we got 2 new release. So Shen, go check it out now. It's available right now in the game. And Jhin, which is gonna come in 5-6 days, depending on when you watch this video. Moving on to the items now, guys. Frost Queen Claims, which has been nerfed and is not now the first item of all AP mids in the Summoner's Rift. So we don't see it anymore, but it's still valuable for some support. Let's see what they did. Active cooldown. So the Ghost is going up 30 seconds. Spooky Sprinting no longer move faster when they can see their target. Okay, so basically, do not build this item anymore. It's not worth it, except if you're a support and you need to make gold from your spells, aka Orianna, aka Soraka. If you need to make money with your spells, Janna is still good with it as well. I think it's a good item, but now, wow, 1 minute 30 for the Ghosts. A little bit too much. A little bit too much. Alright. Making the Rift a less spooky place. 1 patch at a time, yeah. That was already a big nerf last patch, and now it's even like, is this item still a thing or not? Whatever. Alright, let's move on to Morello and Nomicon. Oh my god, please do not nerf him so bad. The common cost is going down from 765 gold to 615 gold. And the cool cost is going down. Wow. Okay. So basically, what they're trying to tell you there is you're not building this if you're mid. You're building this instead. This is cheaper now. Wow. Okay, cool. Athene Unholy Grail. Wow, we haven't seen this item for so long just because this item is better than this item. But let's see what they did. They also... Cost down. Okay, the cost is down. Cost down! Cost down! Alright. Oh, it's cost down? Cost down! Alright, whatever. And it's going from 100 on the Unholy Athene, but we still have a 300 gold difference from those 2 items. And I still think you should build more Nomicon because it allows you to build a faster second item. And it's like, just because I'd rather tell you to build this and have Abyssal Scepter early than building this and being forced to build some Rabadon or some Void Staff or some Zonias. Just build this. I think this is still the best item out of those 2. The Dark Seal, guys, the Magi's component, cheaper cost, so you can start with a referable potion or 3 potions. Okay, makes sense. You can start, so now you can get the Dark Seal and a referable potion, just a smarter price. It's not a huge up. Don't get too excited. It's just intelligent, needed to be done up. So $50, guys. $50, 50 gold. You can say 50 gold. The total price of Magi is unchanged. Okay, so the transformation is higher then, if this is correct. The cool, more base AD, so you're going from 5 to 7, and you get more gold when hitting 100 CS. So you used to get 300 gold instantly. Now you're gonna get 350 gold. I still think that this is not worth taking, the cool, because it's very like I don't like the statistic that it gives you. I think the Dorans is still the most cost-effective item in the game. It is, but the thing is that it doesn't lead to any other item. Therefore, like, cool is interesting in some situation, but I am still a fan of Dorans because you can see that in the bot lane, the 2v2 level 2 is so important. It gives you so much pressure, and if you build a cool, you might have a problem because you have 80 health, like less than your opponent, and this can make a huge difference. And finally, just a small bug fix on the rapid fire cannon. We don't need to read that. It doesn't really matter. I don't really care about the bug fixes as long as it is fixed. So now so this is just a change. It's basically when you're gonna flash over a wall, it's gonna be a smarter way to do it. So you will be having less fail when you're trying to flash on walls. That's basically it. You don't need to you don't need to like read all that. And they're talking about warding as well over the walls. So placing wards over walls or flashing over walls is now more logical and precisely calculated. Read the context dispatch note isn't going to make sense. So basically, they tell you that sometimes like flashing was not making sense, and then warding, like they tell you, oh, you have to click on the bird on the second branch of this tree to hit the ward on the bush over there. Don't worry about it now. It's more logical, so you'll have more like practice to just practice a little bit in a custom game, and you will get the hang of it, and then it's done. You learn. That's it. So, moving on to the masteries, guys. The first one being changed is Assassin Mastery. So, we talked about it so much in stream. Assassin is just too strong for junglers. It needs to be nerfed at 6.2. Right, listen to me. It's even if they watch my stream or what. Alright, whatever. They're gonna change basically to increase damage. It's being exclusively against champion. And the damage bonus is going from, like, it's getting higher, basically. So, the jungles will not be able to clear the jungle faster. It's uniquely, it's only on champions. You will do 2% bonus damage only on champions. So this is a good nerf. So if you are a jungle, please change the masteries. Change your masteries. Go for something else. Go for the cookies. No, I'm not sure cookies are the good example, but go for the another. I'm not sure what. I think the cookies are on the left, but what is on the right, I can't remember so much. Fundalos Decree getting changed as well, so the cooldown at levels, cooldown up at low levels and down at later levels. The grace period between hits has gone down, so you will need to get 3 hits off faster to proc it. Okay, cool. So that makes sense. The cooldown is going up in early game, down in late game, and you have 3 seconds to hit 3 times the champion to proc the additional damage, or else like the stacks resets. That's a good interesting change. And the Wind Speaker Blessing basically is updated to reflect that for self-healing and self-shield, blah blah, includes their potential, does not provide bonus magic risk. Okay. Basically, it is just okay. So self-heal and shield, but just not okay. So just a tooltip correction. Interesting. So the last change we're gonna talk about, guys, is the trinket changes. The ward debris, though. Let's not talk about it too much because it's not very interesting, but basically if you're very careful about those, because I'm not very careful about those. I know what they mean. I know it's it's to study the pattern of the warding system from your team and the other, but it's not giving you that much information. But now they're trying to change that in a way that you know, like from how the debris looks like, if the ward has been here for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and basically it brightly glows in the first 10 seconds, then it goes down in the next 30 seconds when the lifetime has passed, and basically you can read this yourself. But it will change the design of the little circle. Why not? I see that Riot is trying to do something to make you guys sensitive about the importance of vision control and understand the vision control of your enemies. The sweeping lines, guys, just the detection is a little bit clearer. You will be able to find Sho'gaf easier, as I say. It's just a little bit of tweak they're doing to this trinket. And the most interesting one is the Farsight iteration that we see more and more. Such an interesting change that they've done to that. And they're basically putting the minimap ward icon smaller and lightly tinted than a regular ward. So in the minimap you could see what is a blue ward from the Farsight alternation and what is a green ward from a ward, or a pink ward from a pink ward, basically. So you will be able to see that on your minimap. Dynamic cursor, blah blah blah, now shows similar behavior with other warding activities. Okay, whatever, this is not really important. And basically, they tell you something as well. Okay, yeah, the trinket castable during channels. So basically, when you back, for example, and you use your alteration or your sweeping lance or the other totem, you will not cancel the channel. If you're a Xerath, basically what they say is that they're going to do it later, but what they say is that if you're a Xerath or a Jhin, this will not interrupt your ult. But I think the most important one is the recall, when you will be able to recall and be like, I'm recalling, I'm going to ward the Baron, so you don't have to interrupt your back to position the ward, so you can make things simultaneously. And anyway, after it's just about dominions, whatever. I'm not going to talk about this. They applied the new champion select. They explain you a little bit about the MMR, but this is very like subjective. We don't need to talk about it. You have 3 new skins, sorry, Red and Wukong, Lune Wrath, Caitlyn, Lune Wrath, Morgana. Let me tell you that the Wukong, if you don't have a Yukong skin, you will want this skin. It's pretty freaking amazing. So, not too much of a fan of the Caitlyn and Morgana skins, for example. But the Wukong, I'm thinking to buy it, guys. I'm thinking to buy it. And then you have a bunch of bug fix. And some upcoming skins that are gonna come, like the High Noon Jhin. Really excited about Jhin, guys. It's gonna be awesome. I do like the mechanics. I just think that it's a little bit like this. I really don't like the spells of Jhin, but you will see it. We'll talk about it. We'll play it together. And that's it, guys. I would like to thank you so much for watching this. If you watched it till the end, and please comment down below what you think about the patch, what you think they should do for the next patch, and see you for the next video.